Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy, and that this is the third lecture of manufacturing. And for my other videos, do check my channel and check the playlist. I have designed the separate playlist for separate subject like manufacturing, fluid mechanics, turbo machinery, etc., etc. So do check my channel and playlist, and like, share and subscribe my channel so that you will get the latest notification. So the today's lecture's topic is mold materials. Okay, and we are moving with casting, and this is third lecture of casting. Okay, in manufacturing also this is casting part, and this is third lecture of casting, that is mold materials. So what exactly that? Mold material is nothing but material from which the mold is made. Okay, the material from which the mold is made means like mold material we have one sand, silica sand or etc, etc. So that materials, the material from which we are going to make the mold, the factors for selection of mold material. There are number of factors that if that factor satisfies that by that mold material, then that material we can use as a mold material. Like the cost of material. Okay, first factor is cost. Cost should not be too much higher, because ultimately that will increase the production cost, and if production cost increases, the ultimate cost will increase, and that will tend to number of factors again. Then quality of casting. Quality, because what happens if the mold material have gives proper surface finish, then we will get the proper quality of that surface. That's why what quality of casting surface we need, depending on that we have to select the material. Okay, then next factor is nothing but number of casting required. Number of casting required means for one casting the sand is too much. Okay, but if we need to manufacture number of castings, okay, multiple number of castings, in that case every time we have to make the sand mold, that is not economical, so we can go for further another types of mold materials. Okay, then shape and size. Shape and size, okay, this is also too much important, because if shape is have some complications, then the sand we can't use. Okay, and if size is larger, then also number of limitations came to use the mold material. That's why the shape and size, it is also important factor. Then accuracy of casting. Accuracy of casting, okay, means there may be chances that after removing the mold or pattern, that mold material may expand somehow, because that while we was pressed that pattern, that material was compressed. Okay, so for accuracy purpose, that expansion and compression and etc, that should not be higher, and that's why we need to select the mold material properly. Then next is material to be cast. Material to be cast. Material to be cast means which material we are going to cast in between that cavity, like cast iron or any another steel or aluminum alloy, etc, etc. So depending on that material also we have to select the mold. Like because of that, what happens, number of parameters differs. Okay, so we will go in detail afterwards. So these are some factors for selection of mold material. Next is molding sand. Okay, molding sand is too much vast material used for preparation of mold. Okay, so molding sand have a number of types like natural, synthetic, special sands. Natural sand means which we have available by nature. Synthetic sand means we are going to prepare that sand in labs, and the special sands means that sand we are going to prepare in lab, and that sands have some special features, means For specific features we are going to design and develop that sand, that is called as special sands. Okay, then so I have given you idea about natural, synthetic and special sand. So I am now discussing the some type of special sand like green sand. This is one kind of special sand designed for specific purpose. And what it is, after that there is loam sand, there is core sand. Okay, loam sand, core sand. What exactly green sand, that I will give you in afterwards. I have that, but that I have pended for bonus point. Okay, so number of types of special sand are green sand, loam sand, core sand, then parting sand, facing sand, backing sand. Means depending on our performance requirement we are going to develop one kind of sand and the name will be given according to that. Okay, this is known as the special sand. Then characteristics of molding sand. Characteristics of molding sand, in that we have first, that is flowability. Characteristics means properties of that molding sand. First is flowability, or we can say plasticity. Plasticity. Okay, so what it is, to get compacted to uniform density, means while designing or developing the mold box, what happens, the sand is poured into that drag, we can say, then pattern material will be, that pattern will be setted here, that may be likewise. Okay, and then what happens, the ramming of sand happens, means with the help of applying the pressure, that sand will be compressed to compactness, to reach the compactness. Okay, and that property of sand is called as plasticity or flowability. And why plasticity? Because that sand is not going to expand again after compressing. Okay, this is called as flowability or plasticity. Next is green strength. Strength in moist condition, means sand plus moisture will be there. Okay, and in that case, what the strength of sand, that is called as green strength. Okay, sand molecules per plus some moisture will be there, and that sand is called as green sand, and ultimately the strength of that sand will be green strength. Okay, next is dry strength. Means dry strength means only the sand molecules will be there and moisture will be absent there. Okay, in that case the strength will be calculated, and that strength is nothing but dry strength. Then permeability or porosity. Porosity or permeability. What it is, sand must be porous to remove gases. Means what the porosity is, what happens, while we are pouring the molten metal into that mold box, there is one cavity, and that cavity is not directly have zero absolute pressure. That cavity contains some air. Okay, so that air should be excavated from any way. And again another thing is that after pouring molten metal into that cavity, some moisture will be converted into steam. That steam should get some way to go outside, and that property of sand is porosity or permeability. Means they are going to permit the gases to escape from that mold cavity or mold box. That is nothing but porosity or permeability. Then next is refractoriness, to withstand high temperature without fusion, cracking and buckling. Means okay, any material which and we are talking about metals, so metals have too much higher boiling point, so that higher boiling point should be satisfy that sand, and that property is nothing but refractoriness, means at that higher temperature also sand will sustain their strength and etc., all the parameters as it is, and that's the property of sand is refractoriness. Then adhesiveness means uh, sand should form bonding with some another materials, like for increasing strength we are going to add some additives in that sand, so that that adhesive bond should be proper. Then cohesiveness, the two molecules of sand also should have proper bonding between them, and that depends on the cohesiveness. Okay. Then thermal stability means at higher temperature also that sand should have stable strength and all the parameters, it is again same like refractoriness. Okay. Then collapsibility means what happens, the sand mold automatically collapses after freezing. Okay. In that case what happens, at the end of freezing of our mold, okay, we have poured molten metal. Okay. This is here that is cavity is, and when this cavity gets solidified, then that sand outside to this cavity will automatically broken to downward, means that mold box will be automatically broken, so that property is called as collapsibility. Okay. These are some properties or characteristics of molding sand that should be have by that should be satisfied that by molding sand. Then constituents of molding sand. Okay. Constituents of molding sand, in that okay, as this is molding sand, so sand is the major product. Then there will be binder, as I said you that adhesive bond, for having proper strength we use binder, that binder may be clay. Okay. We can use clay there. Then additives to enhance properties. Okay. Some additives used to enhance properties like strength and etc. So for that we use additives. And water again we are going to use into sand for enhancing the properties, for have proper binding and etc. For that we use water, sand, binder, additives. The additive may be absent in any case, but the sand, binder and water, these three parameters are important for any molding sand. Okay. Additives may differ according to our requirement, but these three components of molding sand are 100% required for every molding. Okay. So these are the constituents of molding sand. Then next is bonus point. What are the bonus point for today's lecture? First is permeability number of sand. Permeability number of sand. Sand have some permeability number, and what is that? And it is means permeability number defines the properties of sand, or we can say strength and all the parameters. So by use of permeability number we can know that what kind of sand it is. Okay. V into H upon PAT, what are they? First is volume, that is volume of air passing through specimen. Okay. Means what is the case that, okay, this is the sand specimen here, and we are going to pass air from this. So because of that air should pass. Okay. And how much volume of air that able to pass from this, that is nothing but the volume of air. Then H, that is nothing but the height of specimen, this height, this is H, height of specimen. Then next is P is nothing but the air pressure. Okay. means by how much amount of pressure we are striking air on that specimen. So that pressure is nothing but P, air pressure. Then A is cross section area of specimen, cross section area of specimen. Okay, means this may be, if circular then D, then that area will be pi by 4d square. That shape may change. I have taken for assumption that this is the circular section and I have taken the diameter as d. That may be have cross section of square, so the area will differ likewise, but that is the area here, that cross sectional area. And T is nothing but the time taken for 2000 cc of air to pass through specimen. This is time for 2000 cc, that is cubic centimeter of air to pass from that specimen. Okay, what is this T? That is nothing but the time taken by this specimen to pass 2000 cc of air from that specimen. Okay, so depending on this permeability number, we are going to know that how it is permeable, permeability of the sand. We have that permeability or porosity, that property we can calculate from permeability number of sand. Okay, note down this formula, that is V into H upon PAT. If you need this figure, you can draw this figure also. I will move towards next point. Next is types of sand. Types of sand, and here that is green sand and etc. that I was given you at the first of this lecture. Green sand is nothing but silica sand plus clay plus water. What is it? Silica sand plus clay plus water. This is nothing but the green sand, that is silica sand plus clay plus water. And what is dry sand? Dry sand will contain apart from water, dry sand will have sodium silicate, because water is one of the important element in the sand for molding. That's why we have to replace water, so the sodium silicate is proper material for replacing water. Silica sand plus clay plus sodium silicate. Okay, this is the constituent of dry sand. Then again there is one term, that is nothing but loam sand. And what exactly it is? If the clay is 50%, clay percentage in sand is 50%, then that sand becomes loam sand. Okay, and that may be green or dry, because in both clay is present. So if that clay percentage is 50%, then that sand becomes loam sand. Okay, and green strength of sand varies between 0.03 to 0.16 MPa. Note it down, this value. This value is too much important for numerical solving. That is nothing but 0.03 to 0.16 MPa. That is green strength of sand. Okay. So please like my session, share and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this session, then let me know in comment. And if you have any suggestion, then also let me know. And in next lecture I will come up with gating system of our casting. Okay, so we will meet again. Thank you.